progress.
What up, family? What's good? I'm your boy Trey Fraser. I got my brother Maestro Styles here with me.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to another episode of the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. A special shout out to all of our Facebook Live viewers right now. Make sure y'all check us out. Click the like button on the Facebook page. Also check us out on our YouTube channel as well as our social media. Twitter at Barbershop SPOR2. Check us out on Instagram at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. First and foremost, happy Thanksgiving, my brother. Just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm thankful for three things, man. Family. Thankful to be alive, to be able to do this podcast and to do other things in life. And the third thing I'm thankful for is that the Ravens got out of Chicago with a dub, and you know that was a ugly ass game to watch on Sunday. So thankful for that.
Well, you should be thankful for that. I've had to watch 2 ugly weeks of football. So being with the Pittsburgh Steelers tying and losing, and I'm not so mad about the San Diego loss because we were so injured, but I mean, nonetheless, a loss is a loss. So
yeah, I mean the Chargers definitely was trying to hand it to y'all.
Yeah, that much is true, and I feel like had we had a couple of more pieces on defense, we probably would have came out with that game. But you know,
it was like
Minkah Fitzpatrick being one of them, man. I wish Minkah could have made this game.
Yeah, y'all had a bunch of cats out, man. Minkah,
Man,
JJ Watt, Alu still out.
Joe Hayden still out. Cam Sutton was injured through parts of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean, he played through the game for the most part. Yeah, man, it was a lot. It was a lot, man.
Yeah. The
Ben
Chargers,
Roethlisberger. I mean, the offense. Ben Roethlisberger hadn't. He been doing virtual meetings all week. So
yeah. Well, it's another crazy week in the NFL. That's for certain, man. I do want to give a shout out to Jonathan Taylor for 150 something yards on Sunday against the Bills and five touchdowns in the game. And it's so funny because we're in our fantasy league and I'm trying to figure out in our league who had Jonathan Taylor. And I found out earlier today, shout out to Microwave John Fisher, who's also in our football league on ESPN. He had Jonathan Taylor, but the crazy thing about it was I was expecting that person to have like 150, something fantasy points that week. And he only had like 84 points, fantasy-wise.
Welcome to 16-team fantasy leagues.
Yeah, exactly. Because it seemed like everybody else in his lineup had single digits, like quarterback, receivers, and tight end, and all that stuff. Man, it's crazy. But shout out to Jonathan Taylor, man. They talking about league MVP, candidacy with Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, and I guess you got to put him in the conversation when you add this to the season he's been having. I mean, am I serious about him being in for me it's always that, yeah, you in the talks, but then it's the people who really in the talks. I always compartmentalize like that. Like it's people that you got to have in the conversation, but there's the people who you really think got a chance of winning.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor ain't there yet for me, respectfully. But yes, he should be in the conversation.
I thought about it. I thought about putting him in my top 3, but I still got to kind of look at Dak Prescott. I still got to look at Dak Prescott, even though we lost to Kansas City. I still got to look at Aaron Rodgers, even though we lost to Minnesota. And I still got to look at Lamar Jackson. I mean, and I know we beat the Bears. I mean, we barely beat the Bears on Sunday without him. But Lamar Jackson is still the straw that stirs the drink for us right now. So I got to stick with those three right now. Jonathan Taylor is a nice story in the league right now.
For sure, for sure.
Number two,
making Carson Wentz look real good.
Yeah, right. And that's key. Because a lot of folks out there on the Wentz wagon, and it's like, no. That team don't go without Jonathan Taylor running the way he's been running, and he's been like number 2 in the league, for a while now. Like, I mean, I know it was him, and then it was Derrick Henry, like, by a mile. But, obviously Derrick Henry's out, for the regular season. And so Jonathan Taylor is kind of, taking off as that, top back in the league right now.
Yep.
So,
yep.
But on the other side of that football game, I'm sorry. I got to give the Bills some smoke here, bruh. We've talked about this team being one of the top teams in the AFC. We've also talked about them being Super Bowl contenders in the AFC. And they've had a not so good, 3 weeks. They lose to the Jaguars 9-6, and then they come back, they beat the Jets. Okay, everybody beats the Jets. And then, you're playing in the game, which is a rematch of the playoff game, and, you get ran over like that. And not only that, I mean, that's a team loss. I wouldn't necessarily put it on one side of the ball. That was a team loss. I mean, the defense got ran all over by Jonathan Taylor. And then the offense, 15 points, that's not enough. Like, you can't, not at home, and you Josh Allen, and people got you as still like a top 2 MVP candidate, and you putting up, those kinds of numbers. Like, nah, like I can't rock with that. If you the Buffalo Bills and niggas is talking about you as being one of the top teams in this conference, you gotta get all the smoke today. Josh Allen gotta get all the smoke today.
So week 10, are we officially adjusting the creme de la creme of the AFC right now?
It's hard to do that right now, at least in my eyes, because it seems like one team gets to the top and then they have a weird loss, right? Like it was the Ravens, a few weeks ago, and then they lost to Miami. Then it's the Titans, and then they lost to the Texans uncharacteristically. It's the Bills, and then they lose. Like it seems like different teams are trying to go for the top, and then they have this inexplicable loss. And meanwhile, quietly, well, in some people's eyes, quietly creeping towards the top are these New England Patriots. And
Kansas City beat a top team. We're not going to sit here and Kansas City beat a quality team in Dallas.
Yep. And what did we say those 3 weeks? Packers, Raiders, Cowboys. That was going to be the stretch for the Chiefs. That was going to kind of decide their fate. And they go 3-0. And you can say what you want. Rodgers wasn't in the game against them. Hey, whatever. The Raiders, they going through some internal issues. Hey, whatever. The Cowboys had, Amari Cooper with COVID, and Zeke got hurt in the game, and CeeDee Lamb caught a concussion, and I think a few other guys on the offensive line was out. Hey, you take advantage of the opportunities as you see that. So in addition to the Patriots, the Chiefs have kind of risen throughout all of the Tennessees, the Buffaloes, the Ravens, and they've kind of risen through all that to now put themselves in a position to be, top 2 seeds in the conference. And I gotta tell you something, man. I'm like, yo, the league is really like setting up for Brady versus Belichick Super Bowl. Like that would just disgust me right now, yo. Like if that were to really come to reality right now.
Would it really?
I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I know there's I'm in the minority. I will admit, I am in the minority when I say this. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. I don't want to see it, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I I don't totally disagree with you, but to sit here and act like I wouldn't watch that game,
Well, I'm gonna
like
watch.
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't mean like watch. I mean, obviously you're going to watch it, but I mean that's an interesting football game. We don't want to see it because of our biases for both sides, meaning
Yeah.
Brady and New England.
Yep.
But that's kind
It's
of a good
buzz. It
game.
creates buzz. I
Yeah,
get it.
that's going to be a good football game.
Yeah.
No matter how you slice it, that's going to be a good football game.
Yeah.
I don't like Bill Belichick and I don't like Tom Brady as a New England Patriot. I've kind of let off him since he left New England, but that's going to be a good football game. If that be the Super Bowl, that's going to be a good football game.
Oh my God. I hope it's not the case. Like
I'm with you though. I am with you. I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you.
Because it's like, okay, it's okay. Tennessee, right? Because they got the Patriots coming up next week. And obviously that's a big game in the AFC, right? So you're watching them against the Texans and you're like, wait, what the hell? Like, y'all looking past the Texans just to get to the Patriots? Like, is this what's going on? And so now they're 8-3 and the Patriots I think are 7-4 or something like that. So hey, the Patriots beat the Titans next week. Patriots are *1 seed, man. Like like you can't make this stuff up, man.
What you want me? In real life, I know how you felt about the Titans before the Derrick Henry injury. I know how you felt about them, but how I felt about them didn't change. They're not a Super Bowl caliber team because I don't believe Ryan Tannehill.
I get it. Without Derrick Henry, yeah, they're gonna fall. I totally get that. It's just
they cut Adrian Peterson today.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It must have been. I haven't paid much attention to him. Not that he was gonna do a lot or do much, but that kind of surprises me a little bit that they let him go.
3 games and they cut him. I don't pretend to have watched Titans games and for certain wasn't paying attention to how he was performing, but for them to cut him in 3 games, obviously says a lot about how they feel about their running back depth and that they didn't necessarily need him.
Well, I tell you what, and I saw this earlier today, and I wish my team would scoop this guy right up, but the Texans cut Philip Lindsay today too.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And maybe the Titans jump on that Philip Lindsay train and say, hey, he's not Derrick Henry, but he's better than Adrian Peterson at this stage.
Yes.
In their careers. So maybe that's something to look out for. That's all I'll say to that. I don't expect Philip Lindsay to be on the market that long.
Yeah, I agree. I don't expect him to be on the market that long either. And I wouldn't be mad at them picking him up. Clearly, he didn't want. It seems to me that the Texans didn't know how to use him. They didn't have the talent to maybe block for him, or maybe. Yeah, right. I was going to say maybe he don't even want to be there. Yeah, right. There's a lot going on with Houston, obviously this year. So, I hope he find himself. He would help. He would contribute to the Titans. I like to think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that. So yeah, it's just like Sunday was just weird in the sense that the Patriots are rising, and then the teams at the top of the conference are stubbing their toe. Same thing with Buffalo. In the AFC East, they got to see the Patriots twice, and it's setting up. That's going to be who wins the East right there. So,
and I can't. And here comes the who was the piece in New England? Was it Belichick or was it Brady?
Yep.
Here comes the arguments all over again because this team looks just like those early 2000s teams. They just quietly winning. They just quietly winning until they get a bowl, and then that's they're gonna be the thing. God forbid, and then you right back into this thing again. So as much as I hate Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, you gotta respect that it seems, and I'm only gonna say it seems. I don't have this team going to the Super Bowl, even though some people are ready to crown them already. It seems like they're on the right path.
Man, I hope that's not the case, man. I hope they,
Me too, man.
Because
I'm
look,
still holding out for a Pittsburgh. I'm still holding out for a Pittsburgh Dallas Super Bowl.
boy, that's
I know.
that's a hope.
I'm just telling.
That's
I'm just
a
telling you what
long
my
line of
dreams
hope.
about. I'm just putting my dreams on paper. You heard?
Yeah. Hey, look, man. Look, the Ravens are 7-3, but them niggas got issues, bro. like I'm happy to be 7-3, but like the tackling, man. It's the tackling. It's calling an all out blitz on a 4th and 11 again against Andy Dalton of all people. Like yeah, man. They still got some issues, bro. Like I can't even front about that. And our schedule gets tough down the stretch now. It's pretty much winning teams the rest of the way. Twice
on my side.
Twice with Pittsburgh, twice with Cleveland. Got one with the Bengals, got one with Green Bay, and then got one with the Rams. So this is it. Like this is gonna be like the tell all to whether this team is like really good team or is this team been saved by fourth quarter comebacks and the other team stubborn on themselves. Like we're really about to find out about this Ravens team.
Well, I tell you what, I am optimistic. It feels like Pittsburgh defensively, we're gonna get healthier. T.J. Watt look like he might play this week, along with Fitzpatrick. Tua should be coming back soon. It's Alulu might come back soon. So I feel like I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic, man, and enough cannot be said about Najee Harris, man. I swear, because our offensive line is not cutting it, but that young boy is fighting. And I hope that this offseason is almost solely dedicated to getting this offensive line together. Because we are going to waste the talent, boy. We are going to waste the talent if we don't get this offensive line together.
Yeah, I said it about a month and a half ago. Like, watching Najee Harris run and break tackles and stiff arm niggas, I was like, yo, like this dude's about to be a problem. Like I said that, and then ever since then, this dude has been like, carrying the Steelers and like literally shoving niggas off to the side and really doing what he's been doing. But yeah. So y'all got the Bengals next week, right? This coming week, y'all got Cincinnati coming up. Y'all played the Browns already, right?
We played the Browns once. We lost to the Bengals 27-10. We beat the Browns 15-10.
Okay, so y'all got.
I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping that this team can do a little better with this. If we, I'm confident if we can get the running game going.
So y'all got.
It's kind of the same thing.
So y'all got 4 division games. Y'all got a game with the Titans, I think, on your schedule, right? And I don't even know what the other 2 games are.
Don't worry. I'd say the rest, man. We have...
the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Yep. That's what I was going to tell you. We got the Chiefs. The Chiefs. And on it... You said the Vikings?
Yeah, that's right. I was... shout out to Governor Vince Wright. Hope to get him on here prior to that game. That's a Thursday night joint, right?
That is Is that a Thursday night?
I think it's a Thursday night game.
Yeah. It is a Thursday night. Yep.
Okay. I think 2 weeks away. I guess at this point,
a couple weeks away.
Yeah, because you got the Thanksgiving games, and then next Thursday's Saints and Cowboys, and then I think after that is Vikings and Steelers. So.
Oh man, you got the Thursday night schedule down?
Kind of a little bit. Some of the schedule, not just the Thursday night games, but some of it a little bit down packed. I mean, I just read off the Steelers' schedule down the stretch here. So clearly. I'm paying attention, bro. Like, I mean, it's the division, it's the North. Man. It's the North, man. Like, I don't know who's gonna win it, bro. Like, you look at the Bengals and what they doing. Like, it's like, yo, Jamar Chase is a problem. Joe Mixon's a problem.
They clearly like the more complete team out of the 4.
Yeah, facts. Like, defensively, like, just a few weeks ago, defensively, they had some pretty good games, and then they slipped one up against the Jets that one week, and then I forgot who else they lost to. I think it might have been Cleveland. They lost to after that, but yeah, that looks like the more complete team of the four in the North. So
Yeah.
And their schedule looks like it's kind of cupcakey down the stretch too. So who knows? They might win a division. Who the hell knows?
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Yeah, I don't want them to. I'm not claiming it. I still got hope for my team, but they just got to do some things better. That's all. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. So I've come to the conclusion that I think he's done in Seattle after this year, bruh. Forget the game for a second, because you can't get beat by Colt McCoy, in your own building. Like you can't have that happen.
I mean, you say that, but
no DeAndre Hopkins, no Murray, no Hopkins. Like, come on, man.
I mean, you kind of can't. I mean, if you don't mess the game up at quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, they got so much talent around them, man. They got so much talent around them, man. Just don't mess the game up, and you in pretty good shape. And let's be clear, Seattle's defense ain't like
that's facts.
No high defense. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I had them out of the playoffs because of that defense and their running game, and
that's facts. I mean, they only gave up 16 points up until the late touchdown by the Cardinals to seal it, but damn, like it got to the point. Pete Carroll said, "Yo, I'm done." Like he said in a press conference, "Yo, I'm done," and the dude just walked off, and I'm like, "All right." Yeah, Seattle, Russell Wilson, yeah, that dude trying to get up out of there, bruh. Like
come on to Pittsburgh.
Like Sierra's in his ear, like, yo, let's go back east someplace, man.
Come on to Pittsburgh. Come on to Pittsburgh. I'll go ahead and go back. I'll go back in salary cap hell for Russell Wilson. I'll do it.
Well, it's not so much
right
that.
back.
It's not so much a salary cap. It's just I think there's other teams in the mix. Obviously, there's other teams in the mix for him. I would have to say Pittsburgh is probably one of those teams. If
we can't afford him. I'm just being facetious. We can't afford him.
Well. Who's got the biggest contract besides Roethlisberger? Minka?
Oh, well, it ain't Roethlisberger no more. It's probably shit. You make him.
It's either got to be Minka or Cam Hayward.
It's definitely
my guess.
It's T.J. Watt.
Oh, Watt. That's right.
T.J. Watt.
That's right.
It was. You threw the curveball at me. I wasn't ready for it. It's definitely T.J. Watt. Cam Hayward does have a pretty good contract. Joe Hayden has a pretty good contract. We got a couple of people we paying money for, and that's a whole nother conversation. But I don't think we'll put the money up there because
like even a trade situation.
To get rid of.
Like, I don't see y'all doing that. Now that I know that T.J. Watt is the highest paid on the team, like, y'all not doing that. But I know somebody that needs to do it, and it needs to be the New York Giants that needs to do it, because they wasting talent right now, bruh. They are wasting talent over there in New York right now. They could use a quarterback, like, desperately.
I mean, who you worry about? Kadarius Toney?
Kadarius Toney, and Galladay's been some trash this year. I don't know what's going on with him, aside from the injuries, but that dude hasn't caught a touchdown yet, and you got offensive linemen last night catching touchdowns. Like come on, like, you know what I'm saying? So he's been some trash. Sterling Shepard's been out of the lineup with injuries, and Darius Slayton missed some games as well, but I feel like when no skill position players are on the field at the same time, including Saquon Barkley, that's a decent to good offense, I would think. If you got a good quarterback, and I don't think Daniel Jones is that dude right now, bro.
Yeah. And this is his
Third year.
third year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Third year.
I mean,
I think what they're probably going to do, because I don't think they're just going to be like, oh, we're just going to cut you, because he's on a rookie deal, and I think there's like a fourth or fifth year option or something like that. But I think what'll happen is, like, let's say this Russell Wilson thing like comes to a reality. If you trade him to the Giants, then they're putting Daniel Jones in the package, like clear. Like I think that's clear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the only way that the Giants part ways with Daniel Jones is they trade him away to get a better, quarterback.
Right.
I don't think they cut him.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree.
Yeah. So, you got anything else in the NFL?
In the NFL, I mean, nah, not really. I just want my Steelers to get healthy, man, so we can have a real playoff run.
Well, you in the AFC, man. Like, what? 12 teams, 500 or better. You're definitely in a playoff run. There's no question about it.
Well, no, I mean, in the real playoff run, though, we in the hunt right now. So
yeah, because y'all dropped to 8, right?
We dropped to 8, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we essentially just swapped places with the Chargers.
Oh, right.
The Chargers was 8. Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Kind of like
which was another.
Go ahead.
Which was another reason why it kind of like the timing was just terrible. Like the timing was bad, man. We had a bad time. It was a bad time for so many people to be injured.
Yeah. But
It
again,
had been a good statement game for us.
Again, they tried to hand y'all that game on a silver platter, bruh. Like the Chargers were chargering, as they say.
Yeah.
They were doing that. But it's almost kind of like Cincinnati and Vegas in their game on Sunday. They kind of basically swapped places because they were both, I think, 5-4 going into it, and Cincinnati's got the upper hand right now. I think what are they? The number 6 or 7? I think the number 6. Okay,
I think so.
Yeah. So they sitting pretty decent right now. Yeah, I'm trying to think, man. My Sundays are different this year because we go bowling. We're in a 12 for 12 league at the bowling alley here.
Married.
What's that?
You are officially married with kids. I know you've been married with kids for years. So I'm just saying, but kids, it's married with children. You are officially Al Bundy, bruh.
When it affects football Sunday, yeah. you already know. So I don't get to watch a lot of the 4 o'clock games now because our league starts at 5 o'clock. So I'm usually just getting ready by the time the 4 o'clock stuff goes on. But those 1 o'clock games, I'm definitely tuned in, and with the cable I got now, I could flip through different games and kind of see what's going on. Like watching Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Getting after it against the Saints. Shout out to the Eagles. Pretty good win for the Eagles. And if you look at the schedule for Philly, man,
I've heard the rumors.
You look at the schedule, bruh. Like, and I said before the season started, I think they're gonna be better than what people projected. People thought they was gonna be 4-13 or 5-12, something like that. But I thought they could be 8-9 or 9-8. I thought they could be something like that. And when you look at the schedule, man, they got the football team twice, they got the Giants twice, they got the Jets on the schedule, and then they got Dallas to close the season out. So I would say the way they're playing right now, the way they're running the ball, they could easily win 4 out of the next 6. That would put them, with the 5-6, that put them at 9-8. And that'd be a pretty decent season for them.
How you feeling about the football team? Last week we talked about playoff seating between the football team and the Panthers, and how this game would be an important game. And here the football team offered two good wins.
I got to give them props. They beat the Panthers in Carolina, and Cam Newton, homecoming, came out, pretty hot, 14-7 lead, I think, at one point, and then the football team, they came back and they made a couple plays down the stretch, and here they are. What, they 4-6 right now? The football team, something like that.
Is that their record?
4-6. They 4-6 right now. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds right. It just, man.
Yeah, they were 2-6 at one point. That's why I was like, I don't trust this team. Like, but yeah, they got it done. And yeah, so it pushes Carolina out of the top 7. And the football team is still, they still in that mix. They still got to win some games. They still got to, they still got to win some games. But the teams in the NFC that are kind of, creeping up there a little bit. Shout out Minnesota. Game winner against the Packers Sunday. Kirk Cousins took some smoke, but he made up for it on that on that last drive there. And shout out Justin Jefferson, bro. Like that nigga is a true number 1 receiver right there, bro.
Yeah.
100%. If he's not better than Diggs, he's like close to it. Like that's the
already.
Dude. Yeah, already. Yeah. Like that's the dude right there. If he's not better than Diggs, like he's just about there. So you got that team, and then you got the Niners, at 5-5, in that top, 7 right there too. So, it's jumbled in the NFC in the bottom part of that conference right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I had noticed that San Francisco, they're doing it real quietly. Yep. I had noticed that they kind of caught up, got to 500, but yeah, they doing it quietly. Definitely shouts out to them.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Who's their running back right now?
Hasty, I think, is one of the running backs.
Something. It was somebody specifically, and I'm gonna tell you who it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it was somebody on the stat sheet specifically that I was like, I don't know who this dude is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was and it just goes to show you, like, this team, it
don't matter who the running back is. It don't matter who the running back is, right?
They got it. They got what their system is going to be, and that's just what it's going to be.
Yep, old school Shanahan, run it down your throat football. Man. Yeah, but Hasty's one of the running backs. He's not the main guy, though.
Okay, no, that's not the guy I was thinking about, and it's not even because Trey Sermon is new.
Trey Sermon is new, yeah. He is
okay. New. I know about Jeffrey Wilson. I remember Jeffrey Wilson. He's been there for a couple of years.
Is Breida still there, or is he somewhere else?
Breida's in Buffalo.
He's in Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah. I know Breida's in Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The Niners, they quietly doing it at 5-5.
They just quietly, and it's clear. I don't believe them. I'm just saying they quietly, they quietly having a good season.
Yeah, and Deebo Samuel quietly is
crazy.
having a
man. He had 79 yards rushing and then he had a rushing and receiving game, a good rushing and receiving game this past week.
I think he's number 2 in all-purpose yards, from scrimmage.
Really?
I think he's number 2.
Oh, you put me on to something.
And number 1 is obviously Jonathan Taylor, but number 2 is Deebo Samuel, surprisingly. So, you want to get into LeBron and Isaiah Stewart?
Hey, man. I tell you what, man. I'll ask you. You threw it to me. I'm gonna throw it back.
All right.
How you feel about it?
Well, look.
He punched him in the face, bruh.
Look,
he punched him in the face.
It was deliberate. He deliberately punched the dude in the face and bloodied his eye up. Got him leaking. And
look, and let's be clear. Maybe he didn't. Maybe let's say for conversation purposes that he didn't intentionally punch him in his face.
Mm-hmm.
The end result is that you punched him in the face and bloodied his eye, even if you did it on accident.
Yep.
So I don't understand no capers. I don't understand nobody that's like, oh, like it's kind of like, I guess the term is taking LeBron's side on this. There's
Mm-hmm.
no, how do you take LeBron's side on this situation, even if he didn't do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Which I believe he did it on purpose, but even if he didn't do it on
You
purpose,
can look at the
and he,
video and tell that he did it on purpose.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say, for conversation's sake, that he didn't do it on purpose. He threw it and he. Oh, let's say he didn't. Let's say he meant to punch him, but clearly didn't think he was going to bloody the nigga eye.
Yeah.
Let's say even that was the case. There's no situation where I could see LeBron fans, stands, etc., trying to shoot this dude slack. Like, you punch the nigga in the face, you get whatever smoke come with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand people's defending LeBron James in this conversation.
Well, I'll say this, because I agree with you, but in my estimation, looking at the video, he punched the guy.
He punched that nigga in the face.
He punched the guy. It was on purpose. And was he expecting the blood to come out? No, I'm sure he wasn't expecting his face to be all bloody and everything, but it don't matter. It doesn't matter. He punched the guy, and that was the end result of that. And so you really gotta take a look at it. And look, had his face not been bloodied, Isaiah Stewart probably wouldn't have been trying to truck niggas just to try to get to LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Had it just been like a simple elbow, a little bruise or something, he probably wouldn't have been like, all right, I'll take that, but.
I don't know if he takes that neither.
But I think I'm gonna try to understand why people are taking LeBron's side in this. LeBron is the face of the league. At 37 years old, he is the face of the NBA, all world billionaire, black billionaire, and all that. That's the golden goose right there, and. Even when you look at stuff in the past, right? Because sometimes we look at the NBA and we say these guys hold the superstars to a certain standard, and then they hold the role players to a different standard, right? So, so I think in the view of people, they look at this situation and they say, "Oh, it's LeBron James. He's not gonna get suspended. That's the face of the league. They're not going to touch him. They're scared to touch him." I think those kinds of things resurface every time. It's kind of like the whole, I forgot what LeBron was involved with, that people were questioning whether he should have got suspended or not, or, received some discipline. I forgot what the situation was. Might have had to do with something COVID related, but yeah, things like that, when those things resurface, and people think about how the NBA views the superstar, particularly the face of the league, people automatically just think, oh, they're not going to do nothing to LeBron James. Like this, they're just going to let this pass. They'll probably slap him with a fine, maybe, $50,000 or something crazy like that. They're not going to suspend him, but really, in reality, that nigga needs to get suspended.
Yeah. Which he was, by the way. So,
yeah, one game.
And that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with the one game.
Cool.
I'm also fine with
cool.
the 2 games for Isaiah Stewart. I'm fine with that.
He got more games than LeBron?
He did. He got 2 games.
I thought he only got 1 game. Oh, see, I'm not okay with that.
I can understand why you're not okay with that.
I'm not okay with that.
But I think I'm coming from the aspect of, I think they're looking at how the league looks at it, right? Like the image and just the image of him trucking coaches and players just to try to get the LeBron. I think they look at that and they say, oh, we care about our image, we can't have that, But then they look at LeBron, elbowing him in the face, all bloodied up, and it's like,
we can have that.
We can have, we could take that, That's still, that's still the face of the league, but we still gonna punish him, but, we just gonna take it easy on him at the same time.
Yeah, nah, I think they should have got equal punishment. And look, he should have been suspended. Mm-hmm. He got punched in his face. he tried to approach it. He got broken up, and then he walked off, and then came, caused that big old scene.
Mm-hmm. On 3 separate occasions, by the way.
Right. Yeah. Right. But at the same time, my man, I was leaking, bro. Like, nah, man. My man, I was leaking, bro. Like, nah. Joe,
and then if you notice, I don't know if you saw the clip where they're walking him through the tunnel, and he gets free, and he makes a left and starts running down the corridor, I guess to try to go through, to get to the Lakers side of the bench or whatever.
Yeah, he mad.
Yeah. He was trying to go. Yeah.
I'm sorry. If anything, you just gotta give LeBron 2 games. Get him one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just feel like I just feel like the punishment should be equal. Mm-hmm. I mean, none of this happens if LeBron doesn't intentionally punch him in the face. Is the way I see it.
Facts.
So I mean, he should have took the brunt of that suspension. Mm-hmm. If you're not gonna make it equal, then LeBron should have got more punishment. And I don't care about your league and how it looks that he's been suspended for 5 games as opposed to 1. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
This doesn't happen if you don't get in your. This doesn't happen if you don't get in your feelings about how y'all was getting dug in y'all ass at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say because the Pistons was beating them by 16 points at that point.
I think they came back and won, but
they did.
But yeah, they was getting in their Pistons was getting in their ass at the point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw clips of it. I didn't realize it when the story first broke, that the game was still live and it was still going on, and I was like, oh, let me check out what's going on here. And I watched Westbrook, get a slam dunk, and then he shot a 3-point. That kind of, fueled the Lakers back into the game, whatever. But speaking of Russell Westbrook, my man was trying to square up while Isaiah Stewart was trying to go after LeBron and stuff. And it's like, y'all niggas is not fighting, man. Y'all, look. In the words of Styles P on that verses, we not trying to F that money up. Like, y'all niggas is not trying to mess the money up, bruh. Like, calm down. Calm down.
I mean, I don't think. Look, man. I tell you what, I'm all for a good NBA brawl. We ain't seen a good one. In a little while.
Mm-hmm. The arena announcer was saying to the crowd, hey, do not get on the floor. Do not throw anything on the floor. And we all know where that comes from. You in Detroit. If you know, you know. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that kind of took me back to that whole Malice at the Palace thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, of all the football games, basketball games, baseball, whatever, of all the games you've attended in person, right? Have you ever actually seen someone at a game vomit on themselves?
No, thank God.
Thank God on my part too. I've never seen that happen. But this dude on the sideline at the Kings game, I forget who they was playing. This dude hurled on himself on the side of the court. Somebody actually had, camera, pointed right at him. I think it was during a timeout. And the dude just hurled on the court, by the sideline and stuff. And niggas was like, yo, you gotta go.
Obviously.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, obviously.
I know in the back of my mind things like this probably happen all the time. We just don't see it because we're amongst so many people at a game.
I would doubt that it rarely happens courtside, though.
Not courtside. That I agree with.
Yeah.
Not courtside, but up in the stands someplace, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Stuff like that happens. I just never seen it happen, in person. That might have been the first, incident that I've seen it really actually happen on TV.
They fired Luke Walton, but it reminded me of another coach firing. Did you hear the reports? And I know I'm talking about the NFL, but whatever. They about to fire Matt Nagy. Yeah.
Yeah, I tweeted. Yeah, I tweeted that earlier. They were saying they're gonna fire him after they play the Lions on Thanksgiving, and I'm like, what's the point?
What?
What's the point?
Right.
Come on, if I'm Matt Nagy and I see that, I'm gonna just tell the Bears, yo, I'm out. Like
I ain't coming.
Yeah, like
I ain't coming.
Right. Like
no call, no show.
Like come on. Like y'all gonna put this out there? Like nah. Y'all have fun in Detroit. I'm out.
Right. I hope they bust your ass.
Hope they get the first win.
Bust your ass.
Get that first win, Detroit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And Andy Dalton starting, I think, if I'm not mistaken, too.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy that kind of news would get out right before the game.
Yeah. I'm like, what's the point? Just fire the nigga already. Like,
but what's the point of even firing him at this stage of the season anyway? What's the point?
Because he blew a game that they probably should have won. Like, I mean, from a Ravens fan perspective, I know, but we were like, we were dead, like for about 47 minutes. Like we were dead, bruh. Like the Bears should have beat us. Like injury to Justin Fields or not, like that the Bears had that game. They had us, bruh. Andy Dalton had us.
Yeah.
And they let Sammy Watkins go free. And, after that, it was the Freeman touchdown. And, we got up out of there. So, I think they look at that.
I was trying to understand. These Bamas got 7 losses, bruh. What is... Y'all think y'all gonna get a spark and close out 10-7? Like, what is this? What is this?
I don't know, bruh.
I mean, y'all gonna win out?
They mathematically in it, bro. They mathematically in it, man.
They are definitely still in it, bro.
They got the Lions, man. There's hope.
That sir is a fact. I guess, man. That mid-season, for what? For what?
They got no shot.
I'm sorry.
Bro. Not with the quarterback hurt. Not with the quarterback hurt. They got no shot.
I don't think they got a shot with the quarterback prime and healthy. They're not running. I mean, I get what you're saying. You got to take the shot. I get it. Mm-hmm. I don't think firing the coach is the answer at mid-season. I just don't believe that's the case.
Nah, I hear you. I think whoever does interim for those final 7 games, I think you see a different Justin Fields. Like the way, he should be running the offense differently from the way Matt Nagy's been using him. I think you see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go that far because I don't even know who's doing it. So I don't.
I don't know either. I just know it's not Matt Nagy.
Yeah. See, I'm with it. When we was talking about firing Matt Nagy in like week 3, they fired him around week 3, week 4. All right, cool. Yeah. We could still turn that around. Mm-hmm. You ain't turning around no week 10, week 11, bro.
Nah.
You ain't turning nothing around at that stage of the game, man.
You ain't got no Hall of Famer at quarterback. You ain't even got no Khalil Mack. He's out for the year. Like,
I don't know.
Like, just
I would have just let him be trash for the rest of the year, and worked on developing the players that we know got talent and potential, and doing that kind of thing, man. Cause man.
Yeah.
Y'all
hashtag free Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
He deserved better,
to Pittsburgh.
Man. He deserved
better.
Nah, y'all got too many receivers over there, man.
Hey, none of them proven, so bring them to Pittsburgh. None of them proven. Not there one of them proven. Now I like all my receivers in some respect, but ain't none of them proven.
Not Deontay Johnson, man. You don't like Deontay?
He ain't proven yet.
James Washington.
He my favorite receiver on the team, Deontay Johnson, but he ain't proven yet.
I was gonna say, that 1 week Mason Rudolph started, I picked up James Washington off of fantasy and he got me a touchdown.
I was so mad. That was my thought. Because I had that thought that week.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I think I kind of got caught in whatever I was doing that Sunday and I didn't get to my lineup. Mm-hmm. And I was.
Yeah. I peep game. I know he likes to throw to him a lot. So I was like, let me, I'm slumping a little bit. Let me get this guy, see what he could do for me. And he got me a touchdown.
Fantasy been bad for me the next past 2 or 3 weeks, man.
Yeah. I saw your cuz take over first place, man.
Yeah, man. I don't even know if he looking at that shit. That's what's blowing me.
Yeah, it's been rough for me too, man. So they switched it up on me a couple weeks ago. So I beat somebody by 2 points, and they actually gave me like a 6-3 record. And then like a few days later, they add 2 points to my opponent. I guess they made a mistake with the stats, and it was like, "Oh, you tied now." I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah.
But didn't you get the L? Or do you get
No, I get the tie.
Tie break by. Oh, they give you ties now?
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't been paying attention. I thought that when it comes to a tie,
Like quarterback points or something like that.
with the most points,
It used to be like that, but for some reason they've been giving out ties lately. Because I noticed like last year or the year before, a couple of people in our league was getting ties, man.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, so now so instead of 6-3, I'm 5-3-1, and now I can't even win after that. Like I'm 5-5-1 now. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm about to just and my team sucks anyway, man. Like
yeah, I keep trying to make something happen, and then Russell Wilson got injured, and
yeah.
And you wouldn't believe that at the beginning of the year I traded for Matt Stafford to get him, and man,
you ended up trading Metcalf. Did you end up doing that? Oh, okay.
No, I did not. I kept him because I ended up getting Russell Wilson. So I'm like, bet I could, you know what I'm saying? But injury.
Oh yeah, sucks, man. I got one more thing, man. Let me give a shout out to Ramon Shumpert, the first NBA player to win Dancing with the Stars last night. So, shout out to him.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah. Mom Duke's been texting us like videos of his performances and stuff like that.
Oh no! I thought she was very happy. I saw her. She was very happy on social media.
Oh, you peeped the game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she was very happy.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, like every time we talk, she like, "Yeah, you see him on Shumpert?" And I'm like, "Ma, I don't watch that show."
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't watch it. Like, I'm not interested. But every round, she just kept texting videos and stuff, and it's like. I'm like, yo, this dude gonna win. But she wasn't confident because she was like, look, they want the white people to win, so he probably not gonna get it. And I was like, I don't know. If you're getting this, close and he looked that good doing it, he got himself a chance. And sure enough,
I haven't watched it, but I've sure enough seen that he know how to throw that white girl in the air. I've seen him on a couple of clips throwing that white girl around like a rag doll.
Yeah. Shout out to Ramon Shumpert, man.
For sure.
I don't know if he ever gonna get back in the league or not, but
he won't.
I think at this stage, man, he should be good, man.
But he doing he doing kids books, and he trying to get his music career going. He I'm
he's
sure
married to Tiana Taylor. That deserves.
Yeah, he's dead.
That deserves a round of applause.
God bless him. God bless him.
So yeah. You got anything else, man?
The Wizards are in the number 4 spot as it stands, and the Knicks are in the play-in.
Yeah. Man, 5-1.
I won't overreact.
I won't either, but they gotta find a way to get the starting 5 to be better, man. Like every night, it's always our second unit on the floor in the fourth quarter. Like and Kemba Walker and Fournier, they're sitting on the bench for the most part in the fourth quarter. Like they've really been like liabilities on defense, and our defense is slipping this year. I don't know if but all these games up to this point defensively, we just haven't had it, man. So I don't know if it's them trying to integrate Kemba and Fournier into the mix or what, but I tell you what, Julius Randle need to step up too, because he's been like ever since the playoffs against Atlanta, he's just been, you know, kind of slacking a little bit. So he definitely got to pick it up because that team was good because of him last season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if he don't get it going, you know, not just in the paint, the points, the rebounds, and the assists, but just getting everybody involved. Like, if he don't do that, then this team just doesn't function right. And R.J. Barrett had about a 5-game stretch where he was averaging about 27 points a game, and that kind of slipped off. So I'm hoping R.J. Barrett can somehow, you know, get back to that trajectory again. Because if he can do that, then I think the Knicks will be in good shape.
Hey man, well I don't pretend to be watching a whole bunch of Wizards games because that ain't where I'm at right now. Get there after the Super Bowl, but I do gotta shout out my god brother who keeps me kind of abreast to what's going on without me doing the real research.
Yeah.
And it seemed like we need to work on our posts, getting Gafford and Montrezl Harrell more involved in the post game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been watching my god brother say. So Wizards, get it together.
I haven't watched.
Let me tell you something about my god brother. He's focused. My god brother. I swear. The only thing I see this nigga talking about
is Wizards, right?
Is the Wizards.
He has to enjoy it, man. When the last time they started 11-5, man?
Yeah, for sure. You
know what I'm saying?
When
the last time they was a number 1 seed in the East?
But he like that when he like that when they trash too, though. Like he's only like that when they trash.
So he die hard. Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect
he's always been he a basketball head. Like he's more basketball than football, and you know, like that's what he do.
That's what's up. I haven't watched a lot of Wizards games myself, but it sounds to me like our defense is a lot better this year than it was last year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's funny. Because basically the Lakers gave up all their young players.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what they did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's them younger players that are kind of giving us the boost defensively that we need. So what's the Montrez and Kuzma?
What's the deal with the Japanese cat? Is he not playing or something? Like
the Japanese Denny? You talking about Denny?
No.
You talking about Rui?
Rui, yeah.
He's coming back. He hasn't been playing, but he should be back soon.
Oh, okay. Because
he should be back soon.
Wasn't a lot of good things being said, with him not playing early in the season, but
he should be back soon. He should be back soon.
All right, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the Facebook live chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Also, special shout out to everybody that's on YouTube. Make sure y'all check us out on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget, check us out on social media. On Instagram at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. Also on Twitter at Barbershop SPOR2. Also, don't forget, you can listen to this episode on all of our streaming platforms. And if you got questions or comments about the show, you can email us at barbershopsportstalk1@gmail.com. So that's it for the show. And again, my brother, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, my G.
Wherever you go, be safe.
Yes, sir.
Don't do nothing crazy, man. I don't want to see you on the news.
My grandmother done kind of ruined a whole bunch of my drinking plans because I got to get her and make sure she get home safely. So.
Oh, okay. You the designated driver. All right.
Yeah, and I don't play with mama like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and be good until I drop her off.
Yeah, protect your family, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
All right, fam. Y'all take it easy. Y'all don't eat too much. Y'all have a great weekend. We're gonna be back next week with some more sports talk. We out of here. Peace.
Love.
Recording stopped.